Tinubu's victory, Peter Obi asking for non-existent documents against president. So INEC is now saying, because I know that there's a big excuse now from Peter Obi and Labour Party that all the documents they have asked INEC to give them, INEC has blatantly and vehemently refused to give them those documents. And I know that it's APC and INEC strategy to frustrate the court case, to frustrate the tribunal case. That is true. So now INEC is coming to give excuse that Obi is asking for non-existent document. How can they be non-existent? I don't think Obi will be so daft to ask for non-existent document. Except if they don't understand him, but the key thing here is that they don't want to cooperate. They are selectively determining what to provide Obi so that they can still have hedge or have control over the case in court. The truth is, they don't want to provide all the documents Obi is asking, because if they provide those documents, they will be indicted. I'm sure even the ones they provided, they're already having query from Tinubu and APC. Why did they provide those documents? Okay, and that was why last week, when they are learning lesson from what happened between INEC, PDP, and APC last week, when Atiku pulled the INEC chairman and some documents from INEC to the tribunal, and after adopting those INEC, Tinubu kicked and was angry that why would INEC provide those documents and why would the tribunal admit those documents. So INEC is now trying to be very careful with what they provide going forward, and that is why they're frustrating Obi. And it's actually an orchestrated attempt to frustrate Labour Party from beginning to the ending, having seen that they actually have a genuine case, and all the documents within the INEC repository also points to the fact that Obi is saying the truth. So if they bring more documents, the more documents INEC bring, the more they themselves are indicted. That is why they don't want to bring more documents again. Because the truth is that they don't even know the condition and integrity of the document that they have. They just admitted them without screening them into their repository. Okay, so because they don't read, they don't check things, they're just receiving and saving, receive and save, receive and save, and say, we have received so many documents, we have received all the reports, and we have saved them. Did you screen them to know their content? No. So the more they bring them, when they get to court, by the time they start x-raying the documents in court, their eyes will open. Wow. So let's see what happening here. Some documents requested by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party at the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, to be presented as exhibits at the Presidential Election Tribunal are non-existent. Can you imagine? INEC made the declaration during the tribunal sitting in Abuja on Tuesday. Obi and the Labour Party are challenging the February 25 election of President Bola Tinubu before the court in a petition marked CAPEPC 03-2023. Respondents in the petition are INEC, President Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and they are all Progressive Congress Party APC. Giving evidence before the court, Mr. Lawrence Bayode, Deputy Director ICT at the INEC, told the court that out of the 5 documents Obi asked for, 2 were non-existent, while 1 was a work in progress. One of Obi's witnesses, Mrs. Loretta Oga, an ICT cloud engineer, said she contested the election into the House of Representatives on the platform of the Labour Party in Cross River, but lost the election. Oga was cross-examined by Mr. Wole Olanipe-Kusan, counsel for Tinubu and Shettima. She told the court that she sued INEC after her loss because the electoral umpire did not list her name on its portal as a result of network failure. Wow. Also cross-examined by Mr. Latif Fagbemi's son, counsel for APC, Oga told the court that glitches did not occur on the INEC portal on February 25. Exactly. So glitches did not occur. You see? So she said she did not know INEC's password protocol as she was not INEC's employee. The court presided over by Justice Haruna Samani adjourned further hearing to Wednesday, News Agency of Nigeria reports, and that is today. There are a few comments here. Somebody said, if you are not an INEC staff and do not know their password protocol, so how can you know definitely that there were no glitches? Another useless witness that proved nothing. Can you imagine? There were not supposed to be glitches, so everybody knows that there were no glitches. It's just that INEC played what they played just to frustrate people. I still say that what they must have done was to go to the back end of the server and disconnect it from network. That is all. Because even the witness that came from Amazon Web Services from Maryland in the US also said there were no glitches on Amazon servers and network worldwide, and everybody used their system and services and there were no issues. So why is that INEC had issues? And why is that in the INEC issue, the Senate and the House of Rep votes were properly transmitted as promised by INEC and there were no issues? Why was there issue with that of presidential votes alone? That is a question to be answered. So do you think you have sense right? And forgetting that everything you do with the machines sold to you, okay, through Amazon, will automatically install on database. Yes, now. See how Nigerian pastors, they use fake prophecy to let Obi fight for wrong mandate. Who told you Obi is using fake prophecy to fight for wrong mandate? Who told that he's fighting for wrong mandate? So it's now an offense to feel cheated and to appeal your case. It's okay. Somebody saying, Oga, wash your mouth. Don't speak evil against men of God. Okay. Your religion don't accept that. Can you imagine? Somebody said there are a few more comments here. I wonder if Obi had won. Would these Igbo people have believed that the election was rigged? Obi is just making situation worse for himself. He is causing rifts within his own LP, the entire electoral system, and the government. Peter Obi, good luck getting getting nominated in 4 years' time. Can you imagine? So you should wait for the next 4 years' time. May God deliver us from Inec. That is it. Okay? May God deliver us from Inec. May God deliver us from Inec. The truth is that the same way Inec worked with APC to rig the election and to pronounce Tinubu winner at night, is the same way they're also working together to frustrate the court case, because they know that all the evidences that they need, part of it are resident with INEC, and INEC will refuse to bring their own part, and that will be really, really unfortunate. So this is the kind of country we are in, where there are everywhere you have honest people in the country and they don't want to do the real thing. I see that Nigerians never suffer enough rich, so the matter they go until their eye meet. Quite unfortunate. So at the end of the day, if Obi fails to win the court case, well, that's fine. He will go and arrest. Nigerians will suffer. Obi will not suffer. Himself and his family are well to do. He can continue to live his life. He's just somebody that has the burden of making sure Nigeria is steered in the right direction. But now we have seen the level of ethnic bigotry in Nigeria between the Hausa Fulanis and the Yorubas against the Igbos, and that means that they don't. It's not one country. We are not one. Whether we like it or not, we are not one. We are only one on paper, just to keep extorting others. But when it comes to the real issues and real governing of Nigeria, we are not one. That is the truth. We are not one. So I think the best thing the world need to do, the United Nations need to do, is to facilitate, just divide Nigeria back to where it was prior to 1914 amalgamation, and let everybody be on its own. It's a fake contraction. We are not fit to be together. That is the truth.